one of the things that Shan does, and Kim Donor, another volunteer down in the Jinx area, these two ladies are great mentors to all of you to lead you as to what to do to work through a problem. And one of the things that they've done is started a little group. It's not an exclusive club or anything like that, but it's a rehabilitator group that meets once or twice a year, and they have a nice potluck, and everybody kind of coordinates with each other. Here's my new email, here's my address, I just got a such and such animal, what do I do, what do you think on that, what kind of medicine, what kind of lighting, what kind of temperature works well for this, that, and the other. And they've upped the survival rates of all kinds of critters that folks were just having dying on them right and left just because they weren't able to share that information. So they introduce rehabilitators to new information. They partner in trying to recruit more rehabilitators. I mean, we're the city of Tulsa, okay? We're not Wagner. We're not some Collinsville somewhere where you've got just, you know, a small need. We have a huge need in the Tulsa metro area. So you're doing a great service to your community because there's a lot of folks that are either ignorant, they're afraid, or they just don't have the time or commitment to do something, but they want somebody to do something, and sorry, I'm at work, but I've got to go. And so, you know, we coordinate, we communicate, and it's something that you can, you know, help each other with by doing that. So I encourage you to involve yourself with other rehabilitators and not feel like you're a loner in situations. Some rehabilitators loan each other critters. I'm going on vacation. I've got a work project. You know, whatever it might be, where you're not going to be able to be there to feed these babies or whatever. You know, 24/7. So rehabilitators work together to help over a busy time or something. So there's a lot of benefits to networking, and that's really something that you should consider doing. And Shan can tell you more about that when you guys talk. And I know the email has worked wonders, and I appreciate you giving me my reminders and things too. They're a lot of help. And so anyway, that being said, we'll cover everything here that I think you need to do as a new rehabber, and I won't take a lot of time to. You see these two books that I brought in right here. We're going to read through every page of that, and when we get to the end of that, left standing, you get a license. But one is the procedures manual that Travis and I have to use as our guides by the agency as to what is required of rehabbers, and the other book is a law book that deals with the regulations in Oklahoma on all kinds of wildlife. And we use those two books basically as our guide to answer your questions. And then, if we vary from that, it's because extraordinary circumstances require common sense decisions that aren't always in black and white. Okay? As I started in the beginning and mentioned to you, we're entering into a partnership. As you're a licensed rehabilitator, you hold a certain amount of responsibility as a licensed individual from the wildlife department. Okay, when you take out this license and you begin rehabbing, you are saying, I choose the light, not the dark. I choose education over ignorance. I will try to follow the rules. I will ask questions. I will help if I can. That sort of thing. And, you know, there's a lot of folks, and we all know somebody that kind of says, well, I didn't know better, you know, it died, I just did the best I could. And, you know, oh, I've kept this thing as a pet for 4 years, I didn't know. Well, as a rehabber, we want you to try to know, we want you to spread the intelligence, and the rule book, the law book, and the rehab license don't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you won't make a mistake, you won't have an animal die, and it doesn't mean you won't break the law sometimes. None of us are perfect, and you know, you may make a mistake somewhere, and we're not going to run out there and arrest you for that. Okay? What we want to do is encourage following the rules, checking on the rules, knowing the rules, and honest mistakes do not get punished. Okay? Intentional mistakes do get punished. So, we want you to understand that as a licensed rehabilitator, we expect you to follow those rules at every possible turn. And if you have an issue that just doesn't fit in these rules, and as you can see it, it doesn't make sense, then you need to pick up the phone. And you can call another rehabber, you can call me, Travis, you can call one of the game wardens in Wagner County, you can call any of the game wardens. And they're listed on the website of the Wildlife Department at wildlifedepartment.com. Your rehabilitator forms, inspection forms, all those things are available also online. And, ask questions. You got a problem, ask questions. Typically, the department will send out a renewal form saying that you have until this such and such date to renew your breeder's license or your rehab license. After 30-some years, I'm kind of flexible. Travis, he's been working now a couple of years. He's looking at his watch, striking midnight. He's going to go knock on your door and say, I need to write you a ticket. I don't have you on form here as having updated things. And I'm teasing, hopefully. But the younger guys, they're running around checking things, and us older guys we're checking things too, but maybe not just as enthusiastically anymore. But I've got some rehabilitators that we talk on the phone. We start talking on the phone probably in May, and we get around to renewing your inspection in July. It's a matter of you're busy, I'm busy. We've talked. I know you. You've been a rehabilitator now for 93 years. I know what your place looks like. We're gonna get the paper signed. Don't sweat it. Okay. I don't mean to make it sound too informal and that we don't care, but I want you to understand that we are working together. It's a partnership. Okay. We respect you and appreciate you as a partner, and we hope you'll appreciate this, respect the part that we've got 100 things that we run around doing. Shan kind of did a little bit of bragging and made us sound like we're SWAT team or something going around capturing people or something, but the truth of the matter is we wear many hats, and we do a lot of programs, we investigate a lot of reported things, we're up and down the river checking fishing licenses and just all kinds of things. And every now and then, there's our personal life and that sort of thing. So we know you have the same kind of concerns. So let's work together, communicate, try not to be too rigid. We've got some real rehabilitators. I'm going to start calling you rehabbers, okay? We've got some rehabbers that occasionally are recluse people. For whatever reason, they don't get out much, they don't interact much, and that's their choice, okay? And some folks are just outright strange. And you'll meet some of those people in the course of your activities. Try to be patient and understanding with people. Again, if you find somebody or find an animal in a situation that you think it needs to be checked out, call your local game warden. We don't deal with domestic wildlife, nothing domestic. Typically, and for the sake of this conversation, a domestic animal is anything not found floating about in the wild in North America.